So today we are going to start Science 2, first chapter, Heredity and Evolution. So you open Science 2 books, page number 1. So first they have given you 3 questions. As can you recall? I will read the question and give the answers. Which component of cellular nucleus of living organisms carries hereditary characters? So the answer is chromosomes. So you know that in the nucleus there is a genetic material in the form of threads, but whenever the cell is in the process of multiplication or reproduction, these threads get reorganized into chromosomes, and these are the one which carries the hereditary characters. What do we call the process of transfer of physical and mental characters from parents to the progeny? So the answer is heredity or inheritance. Answer is heredity or inheritance. Then which are the components of DNA molecule? So last year we have studied DNA molecule in detail. In that we have studied DNA molecule basically made up of nucleotides, and each nucleotide has 3 components, which are the nitrogen bases, then phosphoric acid, and the pentose sugar, which is deoxyribose sugar, because long form for DNA molecule is deoxyribonucleic acid. So these are the 3 answers. Then they have given you the heredity and hereditary changes as a paragraph. So first they have given the definition of heredity. So heredity is nothing but the transfer of biological characters from one generation to another via genes. So definition is given in your book that heredity is a transfer of biological characters from one generation to another via genes. So in that afterwards they have given some history regarding the discovery of these genetics. First they have given you the name of scientist Johann Gregor Mendel. So he is said to be the pioneer of modern genetics, starting man. So modern genetics pioneer. So you have to remember all these things from the point of view of objective, or this may be required for your full answer also. So you should remember the names of the scientists and their discoveries one after another. After that, in the year 1901, the reason behind the changes, sudden changes, was discovered, and it was totally understood by the mutational theory which was proposed by Hugo de Vries. Hugo de Vries. That is the name of the second scientist you have to remember. Meanwhile, in 1902, the 2 scientists, Walter and Sutton, they observed the pair of chromosomes in the grasshopper for the first time, and until then it was not known to anyone. So after that the research started in the direction of finding the nature of genetic material, when it was proved that genes are carried via chromosomes. After that, in 1944, the trio of scientists, 3 scientists, Oswald Avery, McAfee and Colin MacLeod, they proved the important thing that except viruses, all living organisms have DNA as their genetic material. So you have to remember the names of the scientists and the discoveries they have made. Afterwards, in 1961, the 2 scientists, that is Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod, proposed a model for protein synthesis with the help of DNA in the bacterial cell, and it helped to uncover the genetic codes hidden in the DNA. Followed? So thereby the technique of recombinant DNA technology emerged, which has passed vast scope in the field of genetic engineering. So that is regarding all the hereditary changes, that is discovery regarding this heredity. Now, what is the use of this science of heredity they have given? As there are three uses. The first use is diagnosis, treatment and prevention of genetic disorders is possible. Second thing, production of hybrid animals and plants is also possible. And third thing, in the industrial process, microbes are used. So these are the three uses of hereditary science. So you have to remember in the first paragraph all the names of the scientists and the discovery they have made. It may be asked as a match the pair. After that we are going to see the can you tell questions. First question, the heading of the paragraph is transcription, translation and translocation. These are the names of the process with the help of which we are going to study how the proteins are synthesized in our body. But before that, we are going to give the answer for can you tell. First, sketch and explain the structure of DNA and various types of RNA. So, sketching you have already done in 9th standard. You can repeat it by using 9th standard book, or it may be in your any reference book. But I will again explain the structure of DNA, as once again it is made up of nucleotides. Each nucleotide has three components compulsory. First one, the nitrogen bases, second one phosphoric acid, and third one pentose sugar, which is deoxyribose sugar. Then if we consider the nitrogen bases, there are four types, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Then if we consider the order of nitrogen bases, this order of nitrogen bases determine the genetic code. And again these order of nitrogen bases is nothing but the genes which instruct the cell how to synthesize the proteins. So these nucleotides, they get joined to each other and they form the two strands, and these two strands they twist to create a double helical structure. So you have already studied all these things in 9th standard regarding DNA. Now if we consider RNA, again RNA is a nucleic acid having long form ribonucleic acid. So it has again nucleotides, but in nucleotide it has ribose sugar instead of deoxyribose sugar, which is also a pentose sugar, but it has hydroxyl group which is not present in DNA. Followed? So that is a difference, otherwise it is same. With ribose sugar it has again phosphate group, and it has again four nitrogen bases which are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and instead of thymine it has uracil. That also you have studied in 9th standard. Now here we are knowing the types of RNA. We have studied them in 9th standard, their functions also. So there are three types of RNA. One rRNA, second one mRNA, and third one is tRNA. So rRNA means ribosomal RNA. So the molecule of RNA which is a component of ribosome, that is nothing but rRNA. So what is ribosome? So ribosome is nothing but it is a granular organelle which is having equal amount of RNA and protein. It does not have lipid, or it has very less lipid. So these are the ribosomes and they play important role in protein synthesis. So that is their function. Second type of RNA is mRNA, that means messenger RNA. So it carries the information of protein synthesis from DNA or the genes in the cell to the ribosome in the cytoplasm, which produce the protein. So giving the message from DNA to ribosome is the function of, about protein synthesis is the function of mRNA. Then tRNA is the transfer RNA. So what it does, so whatever the message it has from mRNA, it carries according to that the amino acid up to the ribosome, that is nothing but tRNA. So these are the three types of RNA: tRNA, mRNA and rRNA. All these functions are given in your 9th standard book. Then second question, can you tell? Explain the meaning of genetic disorders and give names of some disorders. So this definition also we have in our 9th standard book. So the disorder or the diseases which are caused due to the mutation of gene or chromosomal abnormalities, these are known as the genetic disorders. And you know that whenever there are chromosomal abnormalities, the disorders caused are Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome. All symptoms we have studied that in 9th standard. If we have mutation of gene, they may be monogenic or polygenic. Whenever they are monogenic, we have albinism, sickle cell anemia, or phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis. Then we have hemophilia, then night blindness. All these are the diseases we have studied in 9th standard. Now we are going to see how these proteins are synthesized. They are synthesized by three processes. First is transcription, second is translation, and third is translocation. So what happens in transcription? What happens in transcription, that we are going to see first. So whatever the information necessary for protein synthesis, all is stored in DNA. That is the first thing. So what happens, and for our body, the necessary proteins or required protein should be synthesized. So this synthesis of protein by DNA through RNA is nothing but central dogma. That is known as central dogma. So you first underline this word, central dogma. So what is central dogma? Proteins are synthesized by DNA through the RNA. This is called central dogma. So what first step happens is mRNA is synthesized as per the nucleotide sequence of nucleotide on DNA. Whatever is the sequence of nucleotide, you know what are nucleotides, just now we have seen. So whatever is the sequence of nucleotide on DNA, according to that sequence, the mRNA is synthesized. That is the first thing happens. So mRNA is synthesized as per the DNA as per the sequence of nucleotide of the DNA. And now in this process, in this synthesis, only one of the strand from the two strands of DNA is used. That is one thing. And second thing, that is the sequence of nucleotide in mRNA produced is complementary to the nucleotide sequence to the DNA strand used for synthesis. So what do you mean by complementary? The word is easy because you are knowing that whenever we have seen the structure of DNA, in between the ladder double helix, we have the pairing A to T, that is adenine to thymine, and cytosine to guanine. So that pairing is fixed and always occurs like that only. So that is nothing but the complementary sequence. So whenever the strand is produced, adenine will pair with thymine and cytosine with guanine. So whichever the nucleotide sequence is produced in mRNA, that is totally complementary to the sequence of nucleotide present on DNA. So that is important. So this process of synthesis of RNA is nothing but transcription. Then we are going to see what happens to this mRNA which is synthesized having same nucleotide sequence as the DNA. Now this process has occurred in nucleus. Now this mRNA which is synthesized, it comes into the cytoplasm and it brings the coded message from DNA. Now this mRNA which is synthesized from DNA, it is originally present in nucleus, then having coded message, it comes into cytoplasm, and the message contains the codes. What the message has? It has a code for amino acids. So why amino acid coding is there? Because amino acids are the basic units of proteins. Amino acids, they get bonded to form polypeptide links, and from that various types of proteins necessary for our body, they are produced. That's why the basic unit of protein is amino acid. So these codes are for amino acid, and the code for each amino acid has 3 nucleotides. For each amino acid, for one amino acid, how many nucleotides are there? 3 nucleotides are there, and therefore it is known as triplet codon. So the scientist Dr. Hargobind Khurana, he has discovered the triplet codon for 20 amino acid, and he got the Nobel Prize for that. Now here mRNA, which is having thousands of triplet of codon, as per the message on the mRNA, what happens to this mRNA? We have synthesized from DNA mRNA. What is the peculiarity of this synthesis of mRNA, which is transcription? The sequence of nucleotide on mRNA is complementary to the sequence of nucleotide on DNA. Now this nucleotide or this message, coded message, is nothing but the amino acid, and for the code of each amino acid, how many nucleotides are used? There are 3 nucleotides, and that's why we are calling them as triplet codon. So each mRNA has thousands of triplet codons. Now whatever the message is there on the mRNA, according to their requirement, these amino acids are supplied by tRNA, and for this purpose tRNA has an anticodon having complementary sequence to the codon on mRNA. Followed? So now whose role has started? tRNA. We have synthesized from DNA mRNA. mRNA has a coded language. That coded language means these are amino acids. For each amino acid, 3 nucleotides. Therefore it is known as triplet codon, and thousands of triplet codons are there on each mRNA, and according to the message on mRNA, the amino acids are supplied by whom? tRNA, that is transfer RNA, and for this purpose tRNA has anticodon, again a complementary sequence, having complementary sequence to the codon on mRNA. Followed? I will explain once again this complementary thing from the figures after finishing the translation and translocation. So this supply of amino acid to mRNA by rRNA according to the sequence is nothing but the translation. Then the third process is translocation. Now what happens? Whatever the amino acids are given by or brought by tRNA, they get bonded with each other by peptide linkage or peptide bonding, and thus during the process the ribosome keeps on moving. They get bonded by peptide bonds with the help of rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. So after the supply of amino acid from tRNA to mRNA, these amino acids they get bonded to form peptide bonds, and with the help of whom? rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. Afterwards, during this process, the thing happens is the ribosome keeps on moving from one end of mRNA to other end by the distance of 3 triplet codons. This is called translocation. So such a many chains come together to form complex protein. That is how the complex proteins are formed, and these proteins they control the various functions of our body, of the living organism. So now I will ask you to focus on the figure that they have given on page number 2. I will ask the question and I will show you how these complementary codes are produced and which are said to be complementary, that we are going to see. So see figure 1.3, first figure. I will ask the first question and I will answer the first question. So first, what is the sequence? So you all focus on the first figure, that is they have given orange color sphere, and in that they have shown the thread like structure having the T, G, C, A, T. So these are the nitrogen bases forming nucleotide. So what is the sequence of nucleotides on one strand of DNA? So you see the above strand of DNA. So DNA is shown over here. So what it is? So if you are able to read, it is I will read, you confirm it. A T G C A A T T. I will write it on board. A T G C A A T T. So that is the sequence of nucleotide on one strand of DNA. ATGC. You are seeing that from figure. ATGC AATT. So that is the first thing you have to remember. Then second, if we consider the above sequence, according to above sequence on DNA, this is the sequence on DNA from which we are producing mRNA, which is nothing but transcription. So DNA, what will be the transcribed sequence on mRNA? So this is the sequence, nucleotide sequence on DNA. So what will be on mRNA? That is complementary. So here always A pairs with, A means adenine, pairs with thymine. But as we are having mRNA, thymine is absent. But instead of thymine, what is there? Uracil. So A will pair with uracil, T will pair with adenine, because mRNA has adenine, no problem. G will pair with cytosine, C with guanine. Again AA means UU and TT means AA. Followed? So this is the sequence. For understanding I am telling all these things. So according to above sequence on DNA, what will be the transcribed sequence on mRNA? It will be UA CG UUAA. Followed? So that is how the sequence of nucleotide is complementary. That is the second question we have seen on the first figure. Then third question, which enzyme is taking part in this? So they have written one name on the left hand side, RNA polymerase. So this is the name of the enzyme which catalyzes the reaction. Enzyme means again these are the proteins. So it is the enzyme catalyst which catalyzes this reaction. So that is regarding the questions on the first figure. Now if we come to the second figure, from the nucleus this mRNA has come into the cytoplasm, that they have shown in the second figure. So you can see the clear figures even in the digest or in another book, because in this the names are not looking clearly because of the shading or darkening of the colors. So if we consider the second figure, which is translation and translocation, the first question you have to consider, which is the initiation codon which is present, which is present on mRNA. So now they have shown this nucleus, and from this nucleus the coded mRNA has come out into cytoplasm. So its initial codon is AUG. If you are able to see, you can see it. And on mRNA, so that is the answer. Its initiation codon is AUG. Starting they have shown AUG. So that is the next thing that you can see. Now here, what is the sequence of nucleotide in this? So they have shown AUG UUC AAA. So here mRNA which has come on site, mRNA in cytoplasm from nucleus, it has nucleotide sequence AUG UUCAAA. Followed? So that is the nucleotide sequence on mRNA. Now what are the, in the next figure, what are the types of RNA inside the ribosome? So they have shown you ribosome, labeling is there. In that ribosome they have shown you in this ribosome they have shown you two RNA, and these RNA are of tRNA type. Now here the role of tRNA starts. So these two ribosomes are of the type tRNA inside the ribosome. And what is the triplet codon on that? So on one they have given the triplet codon UAC, and on second they have given the triplet codon as AAG. So you see in your figure whether it is clear or not. One triplet codon on, so these are the tRNA, these are transfer RNA. On one tRNA which is shown in the ribosome, they have triplet codon UAC. In second they have triplet codon AAG. The one which is outside, they have triplet codon UUU. Followed? So that is how the triplet codons are there. So what will be the next thing we can see? Which genetic code is present on mRNA leaving the nucleus? So that will be AUG, UUC, AAA. So that we have already written AUAC, AUG, UUC, AAA. So here that is the code, genetic code present on mRNA leaving the nucleus that they have shown already. Followed, so you see the labeling that they have given. Then here what must be the sequence on DNA to have such a code on mRNA? So the genetic code present on mRNA leaving nucleus, what it is? AUG, UUC, AAA. Already I have written, but I will repeat so that you can follow the question. What I am writing here, genetic code present on mRNA leaving from nucleus is AUG, UUC and AAA. That is genetic code on the mRNA leaving the nucleus. So what must be the sequence on DNA to have such a code on mRNA? That means from which sequence on DNA this sequence has come on mRNA, that is the question. So as here it is A, DNA must have, A means thiamine T, U, that is on mRNA there is uracil, so uracil will pair with adenine, then G with C, cytosine. Here UU means it will pair with AA, C with G, again A means UUU. So that original DNA must have the genetic code TAC, AAG, UUU. Followed? Sorry, TTT. A means T, A not U, because here we are having DNA. DNA has a thiamine. So original DNA has a genetic code TAC, AAG, TTT. So from that the mRNA will have thiamine pairing with adenine, adenine with uracil, C with G, uracil with adenine, C, G and adenine with thiamine, because for DNA we are already having thiamine, not necessary to have uracil. Followed? So that is regarding the figures they have given. For clear figures you refer for any reference book. Now after that they have given one more thing, what is mutation. So the important thing in mutation is there is a change in the position of nucleotide. So here whenever the living organism, it can produce the new living organism similar to themselves due to the genes only, and some of those genes are transmitted to the next generation without any change, and therefore exactly similar individuals are produced whenever the genes transmitted are exactly similar to the original one. But sometime what happens, there are sudden changes occurring in the genes, and the reason for sudden change in the gene is the change in the position of the nucleotide, which results in minor change, which is nothing but the mutation of gene, that is change. So some mutation may be minor, some may be major. Example of mutation which may cause the genetic disorder that we have seen, sickle cell anemia. Last year you have seen that in detail, and this is an everlasting process, and it is one of the proof for Darwin's theory of natural selection. So in figure 1.3 they have also shown you the mutation. In this mutation here original sequence is TGC. They have marked TGC is the original sequence of nucleotide. it is mutated and the sequence has become GAT. Followed? So that is the mutation takes place. Now this change in nucleotide sequence will change the DNA, resulting in the change in the genes and change in the hereditary characters, and thus which is the basis for evolution as well as the diversity in nature. So that is how mutation also they have shown in the figure. Original TGC get replaced to the GAT. They have shown. Original is TGC, that get changes the position GAT. Instead of TGC, at that position we have GAT, and that means there is a position in the nucleotide, thus change in the gene, thus change in the characteristic, thus hereditary characters are different, and it is the basis of evolution. That is how we can write the answer on page C, page number question answers. 7th B question, explain the process of formation of complex protein. 7th B question, totally you can write the answer for transcription, translation and translocation. All these processes you have to write. And for question number 5, define heredity and explain the mechanism of hereditary changes. For that, you define heredity from the first line, and then you write regarding some discovery about this heredity, and then you write the second bottom paragraph, which is mutation, so that you can complete this question number 5 also. Followed? So then we will see the next part afterwards.